Aren't you a little young for this? Wow, this is gonna be the best Sweet 16 ever. Who's ready to party? We are! You must be Mason and Donna Phillips. And you must be Mr. Man. Welcome to our resort. We guarantee you the best time. Mr. and Mrs. Phillips were everything you might expect from a couple with money. Their lifestyle was all about exclusivity, private clubs, shopping sprees, and exotic vacations. But through all this, their only child, Valerie, was their world. And for her Sweet 16, Valerie chose something simple but unforgettable. A week-long winter getaway with her closest friends. Snow Peaks Resort, a high-end ski resort tucked away in the mountains, seemed like the perfect place to celebrate. So the Phillips arranged everything down to the smallest detail. From the luxurious suite waiting for them, the exclusive VIP treatment, this trip was all about Valerie's special day. The resort was absolutely awesome, and the girls were more than excited for their stay. They were led to their room, a spacious suite with sleek modern furnishings that had a cozy mountain lodge vibe. The room had large windows that offered a stunning view of the slopes. Rich, spoiled brats need to learn a good lesson. What's wrong with him? Ew. The girls spent a few minutes checking out the resort's amenities, and it was nothing short of amazing. There was an indoor pool, a lounge with a fireplace, and even a private ski slope for guests. But the highlight was the sauna room, which was located on the lower ground of the resort. It was an entire wall of windows that opened up to a breathtaking view of the snow-capped mountains. Wow, he's hot. Isn't he a little too old? Valerie rolled her eyes and smirked. Please, not like we're that young anymore either. Times have changed, girls. I'll be 16 in a few days. Feeling bold, Valerie walked up to him, her friends trailing behind. Hey, I'm Valerie. Hello, Valerie. I'm Luke. I'm learning how to ski, but I'm having a bit of trouble getting the skates on. Can you help me? Yeah, sure. There you go. You want Want to try it out? Totally. Valerie followed Luke down the slope, but she didn't expect skiing would be so tricky. As she slid down the slope, she suddenly saw something in the snow. Valerie stumbled, unable to keep her balance, and fell hard into the snow. Valerie, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Valerie scanned the snow, but she didn't see anything. It was pristine white. Val, what happened? I don't know, I thought I saw something in the snow. Maybe a fox. That night, after they'd all gone to bed, the room was quiet, and the only sound was the occasional shift of sheets as the girls settled in. But Valerie couldn't sleep. Her mind was buzzing with everything. The resort, the party, and Luke. Her curiosity got the better of her. Quietly, she slipped out of bed, grabbed her robe, and tiptoed out of the room. The hallway was dimly lit, and the air felt cooler the farther she walked. She made her way to the sauna room. Valerie walked over to the water feature and dipped her feet in, letting the warm water relax her. She leaned back, closing her eyes, feeling at peace for a moment. But then, something caught her eye. In the reflection of the water, she saw the faint image of a girl standing behind her, watching her from the shadows. She froze. Valerie quickly turned around, but no one was there. A chill ran down her spine, but she shook it off, thinking it was just her imagination playing tricks on her. But just then, as she was about to get up, she heard footsteps. She turned to find Luke. "Oh, it's you. I didn't expect to see anyone down here this late. Well, I'm just enjoying the view. Come, join me." But just then, something unexpected happened. As she was talking to Luke, she noticed the water turning a deep red, swirling around her feet. Her stomach churned as she looked down and saw blood mixing with the water. Upstairs, Valerie's parents, who had been in their room, were abruptly woken by the scream. They both bolted out of bed, panic flooding their faces. Minutes later, Mason and Donna were in the hallway, rushing toward the sauna. "Valerie, What happened? I don't know, she was fine and then I don't know, she just screamed. Mr. Mann, the hotel manager, appeared just in time, his face stone cold. It's all right. We'll take care of her. Call in the medics. The next morning, Valerie was barely awake when her parents brought her back to the room. What happened to her last night? I told you, he was too old for her. Yeah, I mean, do you think he tried something on her? Valerie heard the whispers, but didn't respond. Leave it, you guys. It's her sweet 16. We should cheer her up. Besides, the big party is tonight. We need to get ready. Maybe the party would distract her. Maybe Valerie would feel normal again. The afternoon at the resort spa was everything they needed to relax. Massages, facials, and pedicures. Valerie had a quiet moment to herself. As the others talked about the upcoming party, she slipped into the beautiful white gown. The night of the party arrived. The resort ballroom had been transformed into a winter wonderland. Everything was perfect. Mr. Mann arrived with the cake. Happy birthday, Valerie. I hope this night is as special as you are. He handed her the knife to cut the cake. And the room fell into a hushed anticipation, all eyes on Valerie as she stepped up to the table. What are you gonna wish for? First kiss? Yeah, right. What is she, turning 12? Valerie held the knife in her hands, took a deep breath, and cut into the cake. When she did, a wave of horror rushed through her. Blood poured out of the cake, oozing over the edges. The guests were silent for a moment before the cake slipped from Valerie's hand, crashing to the floor. Valerie, what has gotten into you? Valerie's hands trembled. She didn't know what was happening, embarrassed and overwhelmed. Valerie ran to her room, slammed the door behind her, and collapsed into bed. Why is this happening? Why am I seeing this? The visions. The party was ruined, and when Valerie refused to open the door, her parents didn't have a choice but to wait it out. Everyone went to bed that night with a heavy heart. As for Mr. Mann, he did what he could to keep the situation settled. These petty brats don't have gratitude for anything. It was almost midnight when Mr. Mann returned to his suite. But as he was getting ready for the night, he heard a noise by his door. Valerie, what are you doing here? Come with me. What? You know what? Well, Aren't you a little young for this? Come. The chill in her voice sent a strange thrill through him. Mr. Man couldn't resist. There was something about Valerie that was magnetic, drawing him in. As they stepped out onto the balcony, the cold air hit him. But the view took his breath away. The vast Rocky Mountains stretched out below them, their jagged peaks lit by the moonlight. Wow, you have some fantasy. Is this what you wanted for your sweet 16? He stepped closer, a sly smile forming on his lips. You are so beautiful, Valerie. You forgot my name so soon? Your name? Jessica. Jessica had been gone for 5 years. She had disappeared. A young girl, just 14 years old, who had come here with her family and had gone missing while skiing. No one ever found her. The search was frantic. Staff, guests, even the police had scoured the mountains, hoping to find her. But no trace was ever found. Her parents were devastated. Her face plastered on news stations for weeks, and still nothing. No footprints in the snow, no sign of where she could have gone. But Mr. Man knew exactly where she was. He knew what he had done. Mr. Man convinced himself that no one would ever remember. Jessica was beautiful. Too beautiful. In a way that made his heart beat, raise whenever she was near. At first, it had just been a look. A glance here, a smile there. But then one night, everything changed. She was alone in the resort's back halls. Jessica, how was skiing today? It was all right. Have you checked out the Crescent Ring? It's the best part of the ski route. No, I haven't. Come on, I'll show you. Not realizing what Mr. Man had in mind, Jessica went with him. She fell for his trap. Mr. Man took advantage of her. And in the vast, endless mountains, he had thrown her body out into the wilderness. Her family, never knowing what had happened to her. He made sure the search came up empty. And in the weeks that followed, life at the resort carried on as if nothing had ever happened. But secrets always haunt. When Valerie had her accident, she happened to discover the horrifying truth, falling on Jessica's body. Her spirit imprinted on her, determined to take her revenge. How do you know that name? Don't you want me? No. Get away from me. There's no getting away from me now. Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.